What up? We're gonna have a little short, quick one tonight, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good one. Yeah. All right, let me get this shout out to everybody. Hope everybody is having a fantastic night. We are here. We are here. We in his house today. Hey, Latricia, what's going on? How you doing? That's good. That's good. I'm glad you're doing good. Hope you had a pretty productive day today. Oh, man. My day, as usual, is busy. I'm always busy. Thank you for the heart, me. All right, I'm just shooting this out to a few more people here. And we're going to get started. We're going to have a good time tonight. Really? You said the real work comes this weekend. You sound like me, working them weekends. Yeah. Man, I'm so tired of working weekends. I'm over it. I am really, really over it. Same here until I take off one. Until I take off one, I'm gonna be here working on it. So it is what it is. But I do take the time off. So can't wait till vacation. Yeah. Let's see where everybody at. Okay. I'll see you back through in a little bit. This is how it normally starts out. Everybody kind of comes in a little bit. So it's cool. Let's see. All right, let's see. Hey, Sherilyn, what's going on? How are you? All right, just sending this out to people. Give everybody a moment to come through. Sherilyn, how you doing today? Oh, yeah, that's great. Hey, appreciate the gifts. Appreciate the gifts. The taste. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hope you're doing wonderful tonight.
Hey,
Hey, how are you doing tonight?
I am wonderful. It's been a long day, but I'm good.
Hey, it's that wine down time. Either you grab a glass of wine or you grab you some tea. Something, one of the two.
Exactly. Exactly. I have a little water with some things in it, so
Okay.
to help me
Nice.
sleep and everything.
Nice. Nice. Well,
Mm-hmm.
welcome to the 100 100.
Well,
This your
thank
first time on here, huh?
it is.
Well, great. I would love to get your input. I'm just waiting for a lot of people to come in.
All right.
Rachel Love, welcome in, love, welcome in.
Wonderful.
Yeah, just getting it all built up here, and we're gonna have a great discussion. We won't be here for a long time, but we'll be here for a good time.
Okay. All right. Sounds great.
So where you at? Where are you located?
So I'm in Dallas, Texas, basically.
Okay, I'm in Houston.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm in Houston. So
Mm-hmm.
you down the street, round the corner.
Yeah. Well, I grew up in Houston. I
Oh,
graduated from Willow Ridge High School.
okay,
Yeah.
got it.
A long ass time ago. But
Whatever, ain't no long time ago.
yeah.
Rachel, I'm doing good. I have no complaints.
Wonderful. So
No complaints. Doing pretty good.
so what do y'all usually talk about?
Well, I mean, the 100 100s talk about I mean, so many different aspects of like relationships and everything. It's like last night was talking about. It was actually part two because part one we just didn't get everything out last week, so part two was still the same topic, but it was um, married but separating. Is dating acceptable, or should you date while you're separated?
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, it went deep last night. It went there. So
Okay. All right.
um, I upload them all on my YouTube, so it's on my YouTube channel as well.
Cool. I'll be interested to see what that was like.
Oh yeah, definitely. I got a friend of mine right now texting me. She's like, "Yo, I'm not going to spoil it, but she's like, because she doesn't have social media, but she goes and while she walks and works out, she listens to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't edit. It's just what it is. I don't edit anything. I keep it all original
Right.
because I don't want to edit and take away the complete, the essence of it. I want it to be just what it is.
Right.
But she was like, wow, I'm hearing a lot of, I can hear healed people, I can hear unhealed people.
Mm.
And she's like,
Wow.
so she enjoys it. That's her thing.
Okay. Well, I definitely will
Unapologetically
look that up.
Christy, welcome in.
I will definitely look that up.
Yeah, it's in my bio.
Okay.
Let's see, we got some more people coming in now.
Okay.
All right, here we go. What's going on, Apologetically Christy? You was here for the wonderfulness last night. She was dropping some comments too, boy. Like, we need to get you up on the panel. Come on, Christy, we get you up on the panel.
Come on now.
Don't be scared. Don't be down there in the dungeon. Come on up here. Come up here with the grown folks.
Yeah, it's Friday Eve, so
It's Friday Eve. See? You can do it. You can do
exactly.
it. Yeah. Not right. Okay. Well, when you get in the house, you make sure you jump on. So, since this is your first time, I'll show you my shirt. I don't know if you can read it backwards, but it says, "I'm not a therapist. I'm just a man who's been through some things."
Amen. Look, that's its own therapy right there sometimes.
Trying to tell you, experience is a big teacher.
Exactly. And now that my children are older and they're experiencing things, I look back on what my mom and dad tried to tell me, and you just understand more.
You understand a lot more.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Keep living. It's gonna be okay.
And that's the thing. You just got to keep living, and you're gonna have some good days. You're gonna have some bad days, but just keep on living, keep on pushing,
Right.
and just enjoy the moments.
Exactly.
That's all we can really do is enjoy the moments, because you never know when you're gonna get those moments back. So, Free, what's going on, Free? Hope you're doing all right tonight, love. Hope you're doing good. This is how we kind of do it. I normally start at 7. Everybody start kind of rolling in. We do like we're doing right now. Just sit here and talk and get to know each other a little bit. And then all of a sudden, it begins.
It's on. Okay.
It's on at that point. It's like, oh my God, here we go. Free, what you got going on tonight? How you feeling? Oh, man. This is good. I like this community. Yeah, if my daughter was on here right now, my son, he'll be like, why you got to show this cup? Because they got me this cup right here. I don't know if you can read this, but
I love that.
I ain't got no chill.
Yeah, that's my kind of kids. I like that. I like that.
Okay, about to grab some food. Hey, grab food and grab you something to drink.
Amen.
Yeah, this is a great Father's Day cup. I love it. She said, wait, what did the cup say? Can you see it now, Free?
That's the cutest. I love it.
You know, all these grown kids, man, now they all grown too.
Yeah, mine
You know.
too. Mine too. I teach high school, so I'm like always. I always have children in rotation.
Mirror effect. How do you do mirror effect? What's that? I got mirror your video. Do I need to turn it off or video mirroring is off?
Oh, okay. So you can read it.
Oh,
It was backwards.
Okay.
Okay, Free.
Okay. See,
Okay.
Free. She's like, turn that mirror. See, all this time I was sitting here like, yeah, and everybody like, oh, let me read that. Okay,
Right.
thank you. I appreciate that. See, I'm learning this TT stuff. You know.
Yeah. See?
Like, oh my gosh.
And the English teacher in me is just like, okay, I'm just gonna take it. Whatever.
Right. Yes, Free. I give you all the credit because you look. I appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
Free beat. Now watch when we get started. Now, if Free don't come up, watch that comment section. Free gonna be down there like,
Okay.
killing it. her and Apologetically Christy, they're gonna be down there like this.
In there.
Yeah. Let's see where I gotta see where my boy at. And gotta get the fellas in here too. Let's see. All right, let me see where my boy B at. All right, cool. There we go. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, Big Fred Hassan. Let me get him. Here we go. And feel free to invite whoever you may want to invite as well. You know, I have no issues with inviting folks, you know, because most folks that invite folks are pretty much going to be on the same level. They ain't coming in here with no nonsense and none of that stuff. And
True.
I can already tell from your spirit you ain't about that nonsense.
I don't. I'm so over it and ready to relax and just be. You know.
Yeah. Like we just literally came in, got the grandkids all situated, got them in bed, read their stories, and now it's just chill.
I love that.
That's it.
I love it. Yeah, that's who I am on most days at this point. I find my.
I know it can get a little tested, you know, especially a high school teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Look, my hat goes off to you.
Thank you. The kids are, well, at least in my district, the high schoolers are not as bad as people make them out to be. I've made it my business. I have 3 boys and a girl.
Okay.
So I've just made it my business in education to take care of the boys because they get a bad rap so many times. And it's like, boys are just being boys. They're not meant to be seated in one place for 2 hours, you know, and
right.
what
they gotta move.
Yeah. What you think is bad behavior is just, you know, the male biology. Yeah.
I agree with that. That makes a lot of sense, you know. And I commend you for even recognizing that because a lot of people won't recognize that and they'll automatically get the first indicator. Oh, they're just bad. They're just unruly. They're just this, and it's not even that.
No.
They're probably some of the brightest kids you can ever meet, some of the smartest ones. But you having someone to tap into the untapped, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Chocolate.
I'm late for class. I'm so sorry.
You're late for class.
Hello.
You gonna get a demerit.
Hello. Oh no, as long as it ain't detention, I'll take the demerit.
You get a tardy.
I get a tardy. I'm tardy to the party.
Well, Chocolate, meet the taste.
Hello, the taste. How are you?
I'm wondering.
Y'all see how that went together?
The taste of chocolate. Hello.
The taste of chocolate. I like that. It's working.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying?
Look what the kids taught me.
Honey.
Nah, I did it like
They
this
said
one.
it's the
and
middle
like, no, you're
finger.
doing it
They
wrong.
said
You
it's the
gotta do
middle
it like
finger.
this.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
it's the
that second
middle
finger.
one.
It's the
Listen,
middle
Yeah.
finger.
I
Yeah.
can't be doing all this stuff.
I
Listen,
can't.
What is that?
That's what I
Clock
said.
it. Clock it. I'll
clock
be
it.
like, yo.
Whatever that means. But go ahead.
Yeah. And the scuba and everything. I'm like, look, I'm just trying to teach this book. I don't have time.
Mm.
I'm just trying to live.
Right?
Hey, chocolate. So check it out. You can read my shirt now, right?
I am not a therapist. I'm just a man who.
You don't have to read it backwards anymore.
Woohoo.
Holy moly! Holy moly! I'm so used to reading it backwards.
You can thank Free that one.
Free
was like,
is the bomb.
Because she was like,
Free is
what
the
is your
bomb.
cup? Because I was sitting there holding my cup up and she was trying to read it. And she's like, turn the mirror off.
Holy, leave it to Free.
Hey, look, I got to give her credit where credit is due.
It's that genius brain of hers.
Hey,
Woo.
Hey,
down there,
Free.
hey, down there typing it away. You know, Free down there like this. Turn that mirror off.
She talking into it. She's tired.
Oh yeah,
She had a
she is.
whole
She do be
day.
speaking to talk. So that's true. That's true.
Smooch is Free.
Yep.
Only your smart self would think of something like that. Good girl. I
Exactly.
love you.
Well, look, we're gonna get started. Yeah, it's 7:27. We got about 2 minutes. We got about 2 minutes.
Okay.
What you sipping on tonight? Chocolate water?
Absolutely. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate.
That's right. I'm drinking a little tea. I'm about to get me another cup because this is good.
What kind of tea are you drinking?
It's just a chamomile. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do you sweeten it?
I don't.
Ah,
I
smart
do it
man.
just like I do my coffee. I drink it black. I drink it just. I don't do nothing.
Straight, no chaser.
Straight, no chaser.
Love
There
it.
it is.
Love
That and that mushroom coffee you drinking.
Oh, now that mushroom coffee be busting, boy. I'm telling you. I love it. Hey, give me that little extra joke.
Right.
You're gonna miss it when you go to Greece.
No, I ain't. I'm gonna pack it with me. What you talking about?
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm taking my stuff with me. I ain't drinking that mud that he got on the ship.
Not the mud.
Nah,
The whole mud.
they actually ain't bad.
Right.
But yeah, I gotta have it when I go to Greece because I'm gonna be moving around, so I like to have it.
Are you gonna go to Crete as well?
No, we got like 6 different islands. 6 different islands we're gonna hit. The obvious is Mykonos, Santorini, Athens. The one that start with a T, Thessalonica.
Yeah, all the
Yeah.
letters. Yeah, all the letters we can't
All the
pronounce.
letters of the alphabet in that one. So,
Oh,
and
you're
so-
just gonna have a blast.
Oh yeah. I was just finished booking one of the tours, and I was telling my mom because this is my mom's thing here. So she was like, I was like, I already booked the tour and stuff, so we good. She's like, what I need to send you, you just need to bring yourself on. That's all.
How
That's
many
what
of
you-
y'all going?
8.
Nice.
Very
Yes.
The
8.
photo ops should be great.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Memories
We'll-
to build on.
We're gonna be the youngest people there in this group. So
What?
yeah. Because this is my mom's 75th.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mhm.
So me and my wife.
Y'all
will be
such
the
good
youngest people.
cheering.
We is.
Cheering.
We
Y'all
is.
good
We
cheering.
we're gonna be the youngest ones, and that's why they're like, look, we're gonna depend on y'all to do everything.
Mhm.
But mind you, my mom is a world traveler. So she got a chance to be lazy on this one. So I said, all right, I got you.
That's all right. That's all right.
That's
Yeah.
lovely.
Good stuff. Alrighty.
All right. Welcome in, everybody. 100 podcast. Want to welcome everybody in. We got a good topic tonight. As always, y'all know we won't be here for a long time, but we'll be here for a good time. The topic tonight is the same way you got them is the same way you can lose them or keep them.
Mm.
We got the taste on the panel, and we got chocolate. Y'all like how that goes together. And we got
The taste of chocolate. Yeah.
Chocolate. And of course, we got the whole chat going live. So let's start it off this way here. Y'all know I always have my little core message.
Mhm.
Of course.
So my core message is how you enter a relationship often sets the tone for how it would either grow or fall apart. The habits that attracted your partner are the same ones that must be maintained or replaced for the relationship to survive.
Mhm.
So my first talking point, the version of you that showed up first. We always kind of talk about that version of, the representative, right?
Mhm.
Showing up in the beginning.
Right.
The first bullet is, were you attentive, consistent, intentional, or were you chasing, performing, or even pretending?
Mm.
The biggest question you got to ask yourself the most is, did I present my real self or my highlighted reel?
Mhm.
Mm.
That highlighted reel is how you catch someone's attention. You know how they do on social media. You do a little highlight reel that draws you in, you know?
Mm.
Mhm.
It's one of those things that people will bait people with a version of them, but expect you to stay for another.
Mm.
What they call it?
Mm.
Switching bait and
Bait
switch.
and switch. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've met a lot of doppelgangers in my life.
How about that? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think in my opinion, I think showing up authentic is just, especially when you get to a certain age, and you know what, let me back up. Not even a certain age. Just when you have the maturity enough to say you want to be in a relationship, show up. Because that's you got to take in consideration that you're now involving somebody else into an aspect of your life and vice versa. Show up. Be the authentic person that you need to be. Treat people how you want to be treated. However that looks. What you guys think about that?
So it's
That's fine if you're an
interesting.
honest person. Oh, go ahead, baby.
Oh, thank you. It's interesting that I popped in today because I've been thinking about myself a lot and how I've shown up in my relationships. And I was just telling my brother yesterday, there is um, something about me that attracts people, and I think it makes it easier for me to be a teacher and everything. It goes into all of my life. But the moment that I show my human side, it's like, ugh, she's not this, she's not that. And
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of judgment and whatnot that I've received because, yeah, we want to show up and be that person every day, but every day is not a good day, And
Yeah.
if I'm with my partner and I'm showing all the love I can, my expectations of you is just that you treat me with kindness, and maybe that's too low of a bar. All I'm
No.
asking is for some kindness and let me, I'll get back to who I was, whatever attracted you. But
Mm-hmm.
let me have that humanity for a moment.
You know what I have found? I found that the men that are attracted to women who are in careers of service,
Mm,
they feel that because we are nurturing and caring and patient, they gravitate to us,
hmm
right?
Interesting.
They gravitate to us just so that they can have their ego stroked,
Yeah,
right? And then when we are not the opposite of our profession,
right.
but when we step into our real life and we have balance, we can go either or in either direction. They're like, "Oh my God, you're different." No, I'm not different. That was my profession. Don't tell me that my profession drew you to me,
Right.
thinking that I would be this marshmallow. My boss used to call me a candy coated marshmallow. He's
Mm,
like, once you get past that hard shell, Gwen is actually kind of soft,
mm,
but don't get it twisted. That hard shell is always right there, and it
mm,
might be impenetrable. I think men tend to gravitate to the nurses, the teachers, the the social workers, anyone who is in a position of service, they feel that that's a softer, more pliable woman, not knowing
Mhm.
that we have duality.
Exactly. That was beautifully
Okay.
said. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that perspective. I guess, I never actually, really thought about that. I mean, because putting myself in that situation, that was never for me personally. That was never something I even paid attention to, what, field or anything. I looked at the individual, maybe that's the military in me. I got to look at everything just for what it is. I don't try to put everything into a particular category. I just look at this just straight up. This is what it is. Boom, 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 boom. And yeah. Let's see. Christy said, when you enter a relationship authentic, when you enter a relationship unauthentic, it will not last. Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ego lending in that as well. We do a lot of ego lending.
Oh, absolutely.
Whatever person's shortcomings are, we tend to pick up on it, and it's very hard to maintain that. It's very hard to maintain that, because at some point we get depleted, and then there's no one to refill our cup.
Oh, that is so. I was just sitting here thinking, like, I'm going to cook for you, dance for you, whatever. But every now and again, I just need a moment to gather myself,
That's right.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But the reaction I've received has been like, "Ooh, you've changed." I'm like, what?
No, I'm tired.
I'm tired.
I'm
Dang.
tired.
You don't be doing this every night. God dang.
I need my cup filled up. You know what I mean?
Right. Cup can't keep running over all the time.
Thank you.
No doubt. Number 2, consistency versus complacency. Early on, you get the texting, the dates, the effort, the compliments, but then later it's silence, routine, taking each other for granted. It's like the things that you did to get them is what you have to continue to do to keep them. And those are the things that, a lot of times in relationships, we lack on that. We slack up, we slack up on those things.
But I just feel like there has to be some grace in there for each other, because life continues to life, right?
Yeah.
And I get the being consistent and trying to show up and everything else, but there are bills, there are illnesses, there's death, like you have to give some grace to your partner at all times.
I definitely say that you definitely have to give grace. I 100% agree with grace. And it was one of the biggest things that, like we said last night, and we actually say it a lot on here, is we have to give consideration. That's the highlight of grace, is consideration. Because if you're just a considerate person, you're going to consider they might not be, they could be just having a bad day. They could not, you got to be considerate. So when it goes back to even what the topic is, the same way you got them is the same way you can lose them or keep them. It's about to go a little bit deeper on this. We just on the surface part of it, because now we go to number 3.
Brace yourself.
Wait a minute.
You know how it goes. I gotta be nice in the beginning, but now we about to go here.
Watch out.
If you got them through toxic behaviors, sneaky links, entertaining others, emotional games, if the foundation was already shaky, oh yeah, understand that relationship is not going to be the relationship that you think, because you wasn't even honest with it in the beginning. And if you think that relationship is going to last, or it's going to be the most fruitful relationship, but that you started off on some toxic, unfaithful, unreal, just the wrong way, that ain't going to be what the gift is. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's not going to be a lasting one. Lady K, thank you for the gifts. You know, you can't build loyalty. It's like you can't build loyalty on a foundation of disloyalty.
Right.
You know, if you know that you were being unfaithful and this person here is a side dude or a side chick or whatever, understand that that's what that position was. Or if you was that person, understand that's the position that you in. You would never be viewed as anything other.
Right.
Right.
And if you think that you are going to be viewed any other, no, you're just going to be the next person's side piece. That's what it's going to be.
Can I give a public service announcement?
You can.
Public service announcement for this evening. Did you know that if a person was actually in a relationship and they advertised themselves as single and engaged you into an intimate relationship, that's called sexual coercion, which is actually punishable by law.
Hello.
Oh, wow. And thank you for that public service announcement.
And that's your public service announcement for this evening.
We are right.
Why, mother? Welcome, mother.
Hey, y'all, what's up?
Hello. Thank you.
How y'all doing?
Hello, beautiful. How are you?
Wonderful.
I am good. I am great. I'm outside.
You outside?
She outside.
I'm outside. On my way inside though, because I'm old people and I need to be able to get home and relax my nerves. But I just was logging on, so
You know what? You all be talking about old people, girl. You the second oldest person on here. Second youngest.
yeah.
You the second youngest.
But I'm saying I still feel it.
I'm with you. I feel it. I felt it
I'm trying to
walking
say.
up them stairs with them grandkids. That's what I felt.
I'm trying to tell you, my back hurt now. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad to be here, so it's all good. Everything else, you know what I'm saying, is good.
So I dropped the.
So what are we talking about tonight?
So the topic, I just dropped it in the chat there. I don't know if you read it or not, but I'll read it for you. The same way you got them is the same way you can lose them or keep them.
Oh Lord, let me get off this phone. Go ahead now.
You know he be starting trouble.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
We ain't even get to the
He ain't
beef part
starting no
yet.
trouble now.
Huh? Hold up. We got big guy coming up.
I love this.
Big guys coming up.
Yeah, big guy about to come up, man. So
Shawty!
my man, 50 grand. But we were just going over a couple of little, I had the nice points in the beginning, how you show up, and then, the consistency and complacency. And then I just had to hit them with the, that toxic behavior that you had to get them, that sneaky links and all of that stuff.
You said sneaky links. God,
Them sneaky links.
right?
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
Those relationships ain't gonna last when
They never do.
No.
Listen, I had a conversation like that not long ago. I said, this is the thing, and I know somebody did that in the relationship. But I would say men and women, but more so women, okay, in this situation. When a man start coming to you and telling you what she ain't doing, stop, take your cape off and trying to be superwoman and be everything that he claimed this woman ain't. See, what you got to understand is, no, she ain't doing this, he ain't lying. But the question is, why? And when you go and you got a nigga that turn around and say he's X, Y, and the Z, he got a woman, this and that, but he's willing to do whatever with you picking up her trash. You know what I'm saying? That's why she don't wash his clothes. That's why she don't do nothing for him. That's why she ain't got no loving for him, because of his behaviors. And and he don't know that. And then the thing about it is he's toxic and he's gaslight. Oh, I take care of my man. See, I do whatever for my man. I do. Now you doing commercials and you audition for what? For trash.
Right.
Don't do it. Stay out them people trash can with your foot straight in the air. You digging so deep, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? When you go, a man of quality will approach you a certain type of way, and if he's got somebody, he won't approach you. If he got a situationship, then he's toxic because he's going from place to place to place. But a lot of women, I've seen this because you and Big Guy said I was be talking about the men, but I've seen a lot of women do that. I said, girl, he already done gave you the cheat sheet. He done came to you with a sorry story when a man's supposed to be a leader, a protector, and a provider. He already is for him. And lastly, one thing is for sure, and I want all the women to make sure they understand this, and y'all can co-sign on as men or not. You cannot mistreat a man. You cannot mistreat a man. Because if and when you do, he got a time limit, and it's real. You got about 30 seconds, and guess what? He owns you next. Men don't stick around. Women stick around because women fall in love with potential, but men don't. So when he come to you with a sad story, you know what I'm saying, period, he's trash. And
a lot of them aren't coming around. A lot of them aren't even coming around with a sad story anymore. Now they're coming around perpetuating that they're single. They're not even coming around. They're not even talking about the women anymore because they know that there are a lot of women of a certain age who have integrity. I'm not sharing. Right. So you're not going to come at me letting me know I'm sharing. You know what I'm saying? You're going to come at me like you're single. Now, because, little girls play that, oh, I'll share and I'll send him home to his wife and blah, blah, blah.
No.
Grown women with mortgages ain't playing that. We ain't playing that. You ain't going to spread that with peanut butter and we're going to be okay with you out there. Because my mortgage got to be paid every month. My bank needs that money. And I need my house. Okay? My 2 cars in the driveway are real. So you want to sit up there talking about you got another woman on the other side, well, then you need to be going home and taking care of your house. Because while you out here with me, she's in there with somebody else.
Hello. And he's so dumb, he don't realize that. That's what I'm saying. That wasn't Johnny Taylor, but it was other one. Who's making? Oh, it was Johnny Taylor. Who's making love to the old lady while you out making love? And they so dumb, thinking that I'm a pimp. No, dummy, you're being pimped. Why you think it's so easy for you to get out?
Exactly.
Okay? She wants you to go.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, she's tired of you.
Right.
Okay. Period.
He just ain't folded her like laundry yet, but he will.
Exactly.
Yeah, one that's
Ain't folding like for the heart. Fold like laundry.
Yeah. Ain't doing it. And a lot of times they out here doing the most, and they can't fold nothing like laundry. You come over here with this little piece that's not shareable size. Now you have the shareable candy bars, and you have the personal look, the little ones, the mini. Why are you outside with this mini? Why are you outside talking about what you can't do in the hip, you doing in the lip? Listen, I'm not lesbian. That's not what I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? So what you need to do is take that little bit and bless it so hopefully it can increase. But right now, that's not shareable size, kiddo. If she dealt with that, take that little piece home and relax.
You better get some Magic Grow from. You better get some Magic Grow from Home Depot and sprinkle that on it. I don't know.
All the shit.
Listen, when a man get a certain age, it's going backwards. He's going backwards. I'm saying ain't no more. This is it. You are grown. You will get no more. It could be the best to a little, but the bottom line is keep that little piece there.
Right.
No, honey, not all of them got little pieces now. Some of them got something sizable. But what they do is they take a rest this day and they jump in that pool over there. They take a rest that day and they jump in this pool over here. But you know something was real for real? These diseases that's out here is real for real.
Come on.
So while you jumping around them
We're talking about Houston, Texas.
just Houston, Atlanta, New York.
North Carolina, Florida, all of those places.
Yeah.
Arkansas.
Come on up here, man. Come on up here.
Yeah,
come on up here.
But on top of even the diseases, you also talk about the mental anguish. Mm-hmm. All these different why you got depression? Why are you suicidal? Because you done went through and you done picked up on the soul tie.
Right.
And I say 1,000 times, be particular about raw sex. We're not doing the raw sex for sure. You know what I'm saying? Unless we got the same last name. Mm. But definitely, even with just any sex, it should always be a threesome. Right. If that's not your person, use them in the condom because they bring it. But that don't stop the soul ties. It don't. Especially everybody's so, with the oral and anal and it's a mess outside. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And the ones who really want boys. You know what I'm saying? On the slide. You disappeared.
Well, I was
undercover lovers.
Yeah. I'll just say this, like my last marriage, it had gotten so bad. Like I wanting him to find somebody else. Like, please go
Right.
find somebody else to
Right.
mess with. Because if I'm not living up to your expectations or whatever else, I'm good. Can you just pay these bills? You can go dilly dally down the street. I don't care.
Right.
Just help
Run
me
them
with these bills.
spoons.
Yeah,
For
Yeah.
real.
Okay.
I just can't. There is no male bashing next level. We're only speaking. Well, come on up then and give the male
no,
perspective.
yes,
Skirt.
Well,
He's
I
talking about
mean,
male bashing. He always be so tender. Then talking about all men are not the same. Then we not talking about you.
about
We talking
you.
about them.
Right, right.
Good grief.
Our
That's why I be
experiences.
saying it's. Yeah, exactly. Now, if you ain't that kind of man, then why you? You know what? I feel like he gets on my nerves with
did
it. I
already.
promise you. I feel
no,
like
he
stop.
said. So actually, what Big Guy said was, he said earlier. I don't know if y'all caught it in the chat. He said, if you're exclusive, then no. If you're not, then you're not obligated to that one person. When we was talking about it, earlier. So no, I know where you're going at it with it,
Oh yeah,
because it goes on both sides.
I agree. I agree. Yeah. But
Yeah.
even with exclusivity, I mean another thing too, long engagements or long, we just date. It don't at this age. Now you 20 something, okay, whatever. But at this grown age, shouldn't take you that long that you got a boyfriend or now they don't say boyfriend. You got a friend. You got a little friend. Find a little friend in Jesus. Don't come here. You are to be intentional about that. And the woman should also be intentional about being someone's wife, not just, I just want to have. No, you can't. I mean, again, so much is given, much is required. So put something on it. Not so much as, we're exclusive. Exclusivity is we married. Because other than that, truth be told, you're single. Unless you're engaged, you only got at the most a year for that.
Right.
There's not no better way.
Walmart
don't even do it. I mean, no.
Grown women, and I know. Ooh, is that my cue? Is that me?
I don't know who that is.
It's not me.
Oh, it's not me.
So
my whole thing is that you have grown women who will move a man into their house
Not today, Jesus.
in their 60s, and if she's stalking me, I hope she's listening to me. Move a grown man into the house. You already know he might be cheating. Now you done moved him in the house. Y'all been together 7 years. He ain't trying to marry you. You in your 60s. You in your 60s. How you a big old grown woman and you moving somebody in your house? About we playing married. We pretending to be married. Pretending.
make believe.
That's my thing. At
this Disney World?
Yeah, at this age, and I don't think it's boasting or anything. It's just I have my own home, and if you don't have any property, then I'm not sure what we can do together. You know what I'm saying? Like you had to move in with me.
He sold his house to move in with her, and she knew he was been cheating for years. They've been together for 7. He's been cheating for 6.
Oh no, I'm okay. I'll be by
But
myself.
but she said she gotta have him because they love each other. They just love each other while he's out there loving everybody else.
Right. No, that's not what love means to me at 54 years old. At all.
That's not love at 80. That's not love in the grave. That ain't love.
Come on.
You got to love yourself. And first off, if I know you out there doing things, first off, I'm moving you in my house. Don't sell your house. Because if we're going to be together, you got a house and I got a house, we both going to sell each other's house and get our own house that we both created.
Right.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Equity from there and build something strong on the other side. But you're not moving into mine and I'm not moving into yours. We're going to create our own because there's angels above your bed. There are people that was there before me. And I don't need to be in that environment. For me, that's all I'm saying.
That's true. I like
I understand that.
Well, angels in the bed. I still, as long as he got something, as long as he came with something, I'm okay. I'm all right. As long as he wasn't, he wasn't broke. I lost y'all earlier. I'm sorry. My phone rang. My bad.
No, he wasn't. The man isn't broke. The man just gave it up to move in with her because she felt like if I bring him closer, that'll stop him from cheating. He just doubled down and cheated. He had like 3-4 women at the same time.
Oh no, not in my
You
house.
know, let me
That's
tell
not
you
cool.
something about that. You always have to go through and date with the mindset, and when you get to what that lady has, that's idolatry, and you know, and so. And that you get that when maybe when you're like a little younger, whatever. But when you become older, there shouldn't be no man that you just love so much that you got to. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. I was telling a young lady the other day, and she was kind of making excuses for somebody, a clown or whatever. And I said to her, if this is your dream, if you think about your dream man, right? Does this guy show up the same way that your dream man would? Does he make you feel that same way? Do you have thought? Is this what you looking for? Now, if the answer is no, then that's how you know this ain't the nigga for you. But if he is, then okay, you're on the right track. Keep doing what you're doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you know some of them be trying to talk themselves up here because people have told them that there's a shortage of men. First of all, there ain't no shortage of men. Ain't but one out there for you. Everything else is practice. And when you learn to stop trying to take everything home, kind of like kids do when they're little, especially the ones who love the pets. Every little thing they get, they want to be a pet. Pet rock, they got a worm, they got, you know what I'm saying? A frog, they want everything to be their pet. Everything can't come home with you. And when you just learn to admire something and then keep moving, then you're okay. Then you don't come from scarcity. No different than we talk about a dollar bill. You can get as much money as you choose to have. Now, you may not want everything that, whatever, but whatever you choose for your liking, you can have that. So all you want is that person who enjoys and loves you. And there's no shortage. Like having a piece of man is better than no man at all. That's a lie.
That's negative.
That's low self-esteem.
That'll drive you crazy. That'll drive you crazy and have you with no edges.
I mean, not only just that, and bad cells.
I need my
The amount of
edges.
women that I know women with edges, but here's a crazy thing: they lose their whole hair because they're in these bad relationships. Their cells are sending them trauma signals, and they end up developing cancer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now they're on
Cortisol,
chemo.
everything.
And, yeah, all kinds of crazy stuff. I'm like, you gotta love you first, and that regardless
Yeah.
of what he
Right.
Yeah.
can't be that great.
And the
to you
next
that
question,
you ain't
Marlon,
great
would
to
be,
yourself.
And this goes right into the next for everyone that's just joining us, 100 podcast. Topic for tonight: the same way you got them is the same way you can lose them or keep them. Number 4, growth changes the rules. All right,
Growth.
growth changes the rules.
yes, what I tolerated yesterday, I ain't tolerating today,
Yeah.
tomorrow, and I got to go.
But
You don't stay the same person forever.
Nope.
And the
Right. There you go.
key is evolving together.
Right.
Not
together.
apart.
That's right.
Okay.
That's the
That's
key.
right. And
But do you think that, like, I'm thinking about my younger self? I didn't know that. I didn't think about that. I was just in love, and everything's gonna be fine, and we're gonna have these babies, and it's all gonna just work out. And I didn't think about how we would change from year to year, decade to decade. And
nobody.
so I think that's
nobody
an
does.
important thing that needs to be taught.
Yes. Because it's like, to your point of that needed to be taught, because one of the reasons why I like doing what I'm doing right here is if I can reach one person, that one person can change for the next person, that next person. And it just keeps going and keeps going because a lot of things we weren't taught. We just had to learn,
Trial and error.
Trial and error.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
well,
But if we can,
some things. Oh, go ahead.
if,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
if we can take a moment to say, you know what, let's make sure that the young men have the proper tools, the young women have the proper tools when getting ready to go into a relationship. If we take enough time, like we invest in a lot of different things, if it takes 2 seconds to invest into somebody and say, hey, you know what, let me school this person. Like you said earlier, Godmother, you said, you know what? I was talking to this young lady and I was telling her this, and this. That was you providing her with some knowledge because of what you already experienced. A lot of times we don't go and try to teach people And I'm not
You know,
saying us, all us as in us up here, but a lot of times we don't take the time when we see someone going down a certain direction. We need to say, hey, you know what? That relationship ain't gonna yield the results that you think it's gonna yield.
correct,
Right.
You know
correct.
what I'm saying?
And,
We got to be
because
more, we got to
intentional.
be more proactive. Yeah, intentional about that.
You know, people, the problem with that is these days and times everybody got this little thing with the
Mickey
hand
Mouse,
quotes says
you
I'm
welcome in.
minding my business. I'm minding my business. And when we were younger, all of us, since we got a little seasoned panel up here, so everybody the seasons on here. When
Mm-hmm.
older people told you something, and they told us about relationships too, because y'all said we wasn't taught that, but we was. But the problem is we thought that they didn't understand the kind of love that we had, and we was going to show them that we is not like what they said. They told us. You know what I'm saying? We just didn't believe it. You know what I'm
That's
saying? I
right.
mean, look at the song "Young Hearts" by Candy Stanton. If you listen to that song, it's a jam. But there's a lot of pain in her voice. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
Period. So we
yeah,
just thought that no, they don't understand this. I love this person. He loved me, and it's you and him against the world, you and her against the world. You know what I'm saying? So that's
yeah,
what it was. But now on top of that, when we were coming up, I don't care what it was. Old people did not care. They told you. Your feelings
yeah.
could be hurt, you could be mad, you could be whatever it was. But one, you better keep it to yourself because you always had to be respectful. And the other thing they would tell you is them two words: keep living. And sure enough, as time went on, you know what I'm saying? That some people
Mm-hmm.
say mama said there'd be days like this, and then daddy said keep living. But you saw every single thing that they told you came full circle. So it's
That's
not
right.
that we didn't know, it's just that we thought we were that exception. But the thing about it is, like I said, for me, I have always lived a transparent life. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I just feel like, oh well, what no matter what's coming up, guess what? Watch me bounce back every time. So that's always been my thing. Even if I don't care if it was finances, you know what I'm saying, or different things. When I would always talk to my daughter. Now she wasn't my friend because at the end of the day, people was like, "Oh, you can't tell her to do this." Oh yeah, I'm her mama. How you mean? I brought her here. She didn't bring me here. So
Hmm.
I'm gonna tell her the thing. I don't care if her feelings are hurt. I don't care if she gets mad because those mean nothing to me because she don't even know what she getting mad about. She don't even know what she heard about. I'm her mom. I brought her here. I'm going to make sure that she's good. And what she would never be able to say is, "Mama didn't tell me," or "Nobody told me this," or "Nobody told me." Because yeah, they're telling them. So that's the thing that people got to get out of. Well, everybody grown. You can still be grown and make dumb and crazy decisions because you only know what you only know,
Mm.
right?
Right.
That's
So
right.
the thing about it is to always be teachable, always be
Mhm.
open. Now you can't take advice and stuff from everybody, but gotta always give you a couple of people that you know without a doubt that those are your people. And they're gonna keep it 100. They're gonna keep it 100 whether you like it or not. They're gonna keep it 100 whether your eyes full of water. They gonna keep it 100 if you going through and you start putting Vaseline on and taking your earrings off. They still gonna say it. And like my daddy was saying, before I take it back, I'll add to it. That's what we are missing today because everybody wants to be soft and friendly.
Well,
Can't have it
but
because
I'm
life ain't easy. It's hard.
but I'm saying your experience is different than my experience because I grew up in a household where we weren't taught anything. And I was just on the phone with my brother yesterday, and we were talking about all the conversations that we probably would have appreciated that we didn't have because my mother was such a lady and had to be prim and proper
Right.
and didn't talk
Right.
about those things. So, like when I say I didn't know, I really honestly did not know. I went into life a little blind and relationships very blind. And so I would be my authentic self, uh, not knowing that that's maybe not what I should have done. Well, I should have done it, but I should have been also expected the response I got.
Well, now that is a legit thing. And when I was
What happened?
What happened?
Are you there?
I think we lost
She
her.
she froze.
She froze.
in life,
Probably in a bad zone.
Mm-hmm.
had
Godmother, if you're
uncles
talking,
that
we
they
can't
my
hear you.
uncles were my uncles, but they were actually oh shit.
You
Yeah,
all
we can't
right?
hear you, Godmother. Um, yeah, she froze.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5?
Um,
Where we at?
but I think definitely what you were saying on the taste is that's valid. You know what I'm saying? I think that's where she was going with it. That's a valid, observation that you had and you recognize it. Um, like you said, you went into like those relationships being your authentic self, but you know, I think during those times, people was not prepared for people to be authentic. You know what I mean? People weren't prepared. You know, when we was growing up for someone to be just that authentic, it was like, what's the catch? Why are you like this? What are you really trying to do? You can't be this actually nice person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's free.
Yeah.
I think I know what my problem is that I always expect someone to treat me and think like I do, you know, because we grew up with this old saying, if you treat someone good, they should treat you good, and do unto others as others will do unto you. You know, you go in with that premise and with those blinders on, but people don't think like you do. People don't act like you do. People don't have the conscience you do. And they do malicious things to others with no recourse, with no remorse. They just do it, not thinking about the casualties they leave behind. And I never want to be that callous where I stop thinking about how my behavior can affect somebody else.
Don't ever. Can y'all hear me now?
We can hear you now.
Okay, yeah, because I went mute. But chocolate, yeah, don't ever stop being that. And the taste, same thing. Your authentic self is a beautiful thing, and it's always appreciated. Now, I want to give y'all another piece to this. I want y'all to look at this on the other side. Let's flip this pancake over. Okay, some of the things that you all have, or we all have gone through, even though they hurt our feelings, and we felt blah blah blah. The reality of it is a lot of times it was the test. You know what I'm saying? So you can't testify about something that you're going through a test. And again, I said again, too much is given, much is required. So look, and I bring this in a biblical sense, but even like Jesus, I mean, look at what he went through. But again, it's your strength. So it's not necessarily that the things that came up was to break you down. But again, it's also to strengthen you sometimes, because you got to fight past that. So, I mean, it is very hurtful. And sometimes the first thing we do is look at ourselves and think, well, what did we do wrong? Or, it was us, so we should have been better this and better that. And it wasn't. It just was. It's just a drill. And we live on. Does that make sense?
Completely.
Yeah. Picking up what you're putting down.
Okay.
Completely. Because I wouldn't give anything, is there a poem or saying I wouldn't give anything for my journey? Really, truly. I've been hurt and everything else, but nobody can beat me at this point. You can't tell me anything about myself at this point. I know what a good person I am. And loving and kind, and I will tell anybody I'm alone, I'm single or whatever, but I'm not lonely at all, honey. I'm happy.
Listen. That's right. That's the difference between alone and lonely.
And a big difference. And not only that, that's whenever your king does come, if that's what you desire, those are the characteristics and qualities that a real man wants to hear anyway. He doesn't really want to hear that you make six figures and that you run this and that you're that. That's not the thing. Those things are cool, but he wants that loving heart and the compassion and all that, because when family is important to him and this and that and this, those are just good qualities to have, man or not. But I'm just saying, these are just great qualities. So good for you.
Right.
Absolutely. Number 5.
Oh, shoot, there's 5?
There's 5. I know, right?
I thought that was 6.
I got number 6 too. Number 5 is maintenance is the real work. Relationships don't fail in the beginning. They fail in maintenance. Love is not just a feeling, it's the upkeep. So just like you have to keep maintenance up on your house, your car, you have to keep the same, but even more maintenance in a relationship. One of the things I love that my wife and I do is we do our check-ins. Once every week, every 2 weeks, we'll just check in and just say, hey, is everything good? Are we good? Is there anything that I'm not doing that you need me to do?
Good for you.
It's that moment of vulnerability that we both share with each other just to make sure. And that's being grown. It's not to go point out, your faults or something. It's saying, hey, I understand I'm human, and I am not going to I may not show up 100% every single time. I may miss something that was important for you. So I need to come back and say, hey, did I miss anything?
Right.
You know, is there anything I need to do? You
so
know,
that you don't
and
grow apart. That's so you don't grow apart because
exactly.
we talked about growth because maybe what you required one time you no longer require, or maybe something that you didn't require you now require.
Mm-hmm.
And so and another thing is not only just that, that's also very good. That's also really good, because you know you also need to focus on. I mean, changes are happening within yourself that you don't even realize. You see
Oh,
what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Yeah, not much. Even like I said for myself, when I remember, like after I got divorced and I was like feeling so good, and I was just like, oh, I gotta do it. And I was sitting, I said, Carmen, no, you don't. The kids are grown. So I had to do like 50 is a funny age when you turn 50, right? It's like you have to kind of undo all the stuff you had been doing from before. So I didn't even realize it because again, that was out of habit and what I thought I had to do. So yeah, so having to navigate that with a person, and not like it's a bad thing, but like you said, for you to one, be aware and to realize that your needs or whatever like that has changed. So that's what's up.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's good.
You know, and I mean, because when we start these relationships and dating and everything, why maintenance is so important because attraction is what got you in the door.
Mm-hmm.
But the maintenance is what keeps you in the house.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. And build a house.
Right.
And to build a house.
And selfishness gets you out the back door.
Ooh.
It gets you kicked in the back of the head.
Well, I think you have to be honest with yourself. Are you willing? And I'm just, again, thinking about my situation right now. Am I willing to give that maintenance to a relationship? And if I'm not, then I need to be honest with that person that's interested in me. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
That's
Nah,
why
you know
I
what?
say
You
what I
just said
say.
something real. Nah, don't you start, Chocolate. You just said something real. You said, you know, you have to ask yourself certain questions. Am I willing to do that at this
'Cause if
particular
you ain't
moment in my
willing,
life?
that's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's huge, you know? And if you're not, it doesn't mean that you won't ever, Chocolate. It don't mean that you
Oh,
won't ever.
dang.
Yes, it don't
Are
mean
you
that you won't
targeting
ever.
me?
Yes, I'm targeting you.
I feel targeted. Oh my
You
God.
were 100% targeted on that one. I targeted you. Yes, I do it in love too. But no, in all seriousness though, like it's a good self-awareness to understand where you're at, because at the end of the day, understanding where you're at goes right along with the whole highlight of what the topic is. Because if someone got you and you were still broken or you weren't sure about who you were at that moment,
right,
that relationship or vice versa, that person is not healed, that person is broken, that person is this, then guess what? That's how that relationship is gonna turn out.
It was
You know,
doomed from the
we're not here
beginning.
to fix people. We can't fix people. People have to
No.
fix themselves.
right.
Yeah.
You know what
If
I'm
they
saying?
want to.
Right, because if it ain't important to them, it ain't gonna be. I mean, it's important to them, it ain't gonna be important to you. I mean, to them, you won't be important to them. But
Oh,
also,
absolutely.
she's right about that. And even she said at this age. But my thing was when I was younger, that's how I was, and that's why a lot of times I was single because I was not willing to give up. Because what was most important to me was my career.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I was very, very selfish. And when I got, and they was like, oh, you gotta, have this money and you don't have nobody to share it with. I said, that's dumb. You had to pay somebody gonna go through and share it with you. But when I got older, I said, oh, this is what they talked about. Okay. As corny as it sounded, it was real. Yeah.
Yeah, but just having somebody to share it with doesn't mean it's the person that's gonna share with you in a matter of peace. Because you can share your life with somebody and they come in and tear your whole house up.
Well, no, we're not talking about that. So that's what I'm saying. When you start talking about this somebody, but I'm talking about somebody to share it with, as in that is your person, and they're not your piece. You are already peaceful, and they bring their share of peace as well. So you just at a point where you are, but like, it's just that person that you look at and you feel like this is my person. This is my nigga. I'm their nigga. This is what we is. It's us. So yeah, but and like I said, I've always had admirers, but it was like I just wasn't. I realized it was me, a large part of me that was shut off to that because it was about building those things. And then on the flip side, I talked to some of my friends who have been married for 30, 35 years, and they look at me and say, "Oh, I wish I would have," da da da. So it's almost like you kind of most of us didn't have it all, the career and the, what I'm saying? It's almost like it was either or.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My kids have told me the other day, they said, "Mom, you do much better in your life when you're not in a relationship."
Why did they say that?
Because they find that I'm more focused and I'm more driven and I don't delay my goals. Right. Sometimes you have to delay your goals when you're involved with other people because you have to work in cooperation. But when you just focus on yourself, there's no stops. There's no breaks. You can put your car on cruise control and just keep going.
And you know what, Chuck? I think that's an age thing as well. You know what I mean? Because that's an age thing. When you're younger, I get that. But when you get to where our ages are at now,
you need somebody.
You need to already have it together. We don't need to be trying to, figure out that other part of life. We need to be figuring out the part of life of, I don't need to get with you and trying to figure out how I'm going to pay my mortgage.
Right.
I need to already have a system and a structure in place with those particular things. You need to already have a structure in place with those things. We did that in our 20s. Trying to figure out how we're going to pay this and pay that and rob Peter to pay Paul. At this age right now, we don't need to be trying to rob Peter to pay Paul. We need to already have a structure.
That's right.
For those things,
Right.
So that's definitely an age thing.
But I will say this: if you're not together emotionally either, if you're emotionally immature, that can be an anchor in someone's life. Because as you may be emotionally mature, the other person may not be, and they're still running around trying to catch up on what they feel they lost out on. We got to be equal. If you were a late bloomer and you're now just catching up, that's not a good place because there's going to be a lot of pitfalls that's there. And I personally don't have time to try to pick somebody out of their pitfalls and think it's like, hey, consider that this is a partnership and not just a solo entertainment. This is not a one-man stand. This is the both of us together. And what you do affects both of us, be it positive or negative. But you have a lot of people who are so self-absorbed now in their later years, they're not even considering, what their partner might be going through with health, with their children, with the passing of their parents. There's a lot of different stages in a people's lives.
Absolutely. And that's where I was going to go at next was we all going to end up going through some things that may take us back. But hopefully at this age that we're at, we know how to get those things back in order. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be somebody else getting it back in order for you. It's, you know what? I went through this right here. I know how to get this back. I'm just going to have to hunker down and just get it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because I've been there. I've been there many times myself where I'm down to nothing and had to start all over fresh.
That part.
Especially if you've been through a divorce. A divorce will put you back and make you start all over again, and you got to catapult yourself forward, and and you got to think about what I've been through and how I'm gonna move differently this time. I'm gonna move differently when I'm by myself. You got to do those things.
Well,
as long as when you're making this whole setup of how you're gonna move differently this time, you do it still not with a fear of being hurt, not with being anger. With anger, because here's the thing: you may not have a person there, but some people, I'm not going to let nobody else in my life. That is nuts.
No. That's me.
That's me. Then chocolate. Then
that's me all day.
And you're going to stop it. I will pop your hand. Let me tell you something. At the end of the day,
she's going to pop my hand. I'm growing than her.
I will pop your hand.
Can I just say, I understand where chocolate is because I'm like, I will never be married again because, like one example, I was thinking to myself, I had finally gone back to get my master's degree. And while I was taking classes, I was like, my last husband would have not allowed me to go back to school. He would not have made it easy for me to go back to school because he was probably thinking, oh, she's advancing forward. You know, she's doing something
She's gonna leave me
Yeah,
behind.
but
right,
now,
exactly. And that's not what it was about. It was for me. It was for me.
yeah,
It was
but now, hold on.
Popping
Okay,
me with a ruler.
okay, I got my ruler out. Marlon, hand me two. Okay, because I'm popping hands too. It doesn't matter. Let me tell you, I'm gonna tell y'all this one more time, and Marlon laughed. Him and if 33 was on, he'd be laughing too because they always talk trash to me every time I say this. But I want y'all to focus on this. Do not forget this. Listen to me closely. There is only one person for you. Everything else is practice. You let the one that's not for you go ahead and hold you back. You cannot do that. So I at one point, but I was young at that time, so that's why I'm gonna pop in y'all hand because we too old for that now. But in my younger years, I thought I would never. If I could have got to heaven with a booty call, I would have did it, but I couldn't. So it made me actually step back to kind of think about what is this things. Every man is not that man, and then ask yourself, what about you that allowed you to have that type of man in your life, whatever that is, and then.
I know exactly
Like
what it is.
there's everything else, like you learn from that, and then you choose and you learn to ask more questions, and then you learn to watch and you learn to observe. And most of all, and I say this 1,000 times too, learn to keep them out your bed because if you go a lot of times the worst ones got the best. Now there's some other ones that's gonna be some good one too, but I'm saying them bad ones usually got the best thing going on. So now your judgment is crowded. So you can't make a good decision because you based off of that physical. So look at whatever that was why y'all did, because we were younger then, right? And say, hey, this is why I picked blah blah blah. And then so the bottom line is your picker was off, okay? Your picker was off. Could have been for his pecker, but your picker was definitely off. So adjust your picker.
See, but that's just the issue with me, for me. I've never been a person who has been stigmatized. It's never fazed me. I've never been crazy for it. If I don't have it, it's cool. When I get it, I enjoy it. But if I don't have it, it's cool, right? So I'm not fazed by that. That's never been my driving force as far as getting involved with people. But if the fact that people can mislead you and misrepresent themselves at this grown age past 60, and you know you have malcontent in your heart. When you know you can do something malicious to somebody, knowing that you could hurt an innocent being. That's why I'm gonna. Can I do my public service announcement now? Wait, can I do my public?
Hold on. I got my ruler.
Dang,
So
I got
now
okay. My public service announcement.
Put your hand out.
What
Okay,
I
that's the proper. Ask yourself this question though, for real though, chocolate. All jokes aside. With that thing, two things. Women have an intuition. Okay, that's one. Okay, why was yours off? One, two. How much of that the flesh did you go into, and did you keep God in everything? He's not gonna let you go astray. So even if it's not that you're stigmatized or whatever like that, the question is how much did you stray off? Because again, other than that, it's gonna tell you. Sometimes you don't want to hear it. He's gonna wake you up in the middle of the night. Hey, so and so, call this, call that. That is never off. So why? So ask yourself, like, why was it off?
So for me, I don't need to have somebody because I have always had. Well, I was married to someone in the military who was deployed more than he was home. Okay. So I'm used to being by myself. Right. Even when I was a child, I have a big family. I'm the baby of 7. But I was happiest when I was by myself. Right. You know what I mean? I can be by myself. I can play in my own sandbox and I can play in somebody else's sandbox. So I don't need for that person to be underneath me 24/7. So if a man comes to me and says, look, my profession is this, this, and this, and I'm going to travel, I'm going to be away from home for this amount of time, that doesn't bother me because I don't have a problem with letting you go out there and do your thing. I ain't got a problem with that because while you're doing your thing, I'm doing what I need to do, right? So with that being said, that gives you plenty of time to do something that's not right. That gives a person who does not have the emotional or mental maturity, there we go, maturity to say, look, I can be without this person and not have to stray. I don't need the entertainment. There are people who need to always be in somebody's face all the time to feed their ego. I'm not that person.
No,
They might be that
Okay.
person. They may be that kind of person where they need constant validation. That's not one of my love languages. My love languages are communication and service. Those are my two strongest love languages. I don't even need affirmations. I don't even need affirmations because a man that speaks from a sober tongue, I don't know, but sometimes they lie to you. So I don't go for affirmations. I go for service. I go for communication.
Yes.
And I communicate very well to people. So when I tell you what I want and what I need, you will then try to paint a picture as if that is who you are to gain access to me.
Well, then why
So
would
once-
you tell? Why would you tell a man what you want and what you need?
What I need is honesty. What
No,
I
I'm
need
saying-
is
right.
no, but I'm telling you what I say. What I need is honesty. What I don't want is somebody else's man. I do not eat leftovers. I do not eat scraps. If you will belong to somebody else, you need to go and be with that person. And involving a third person is only going to make things at home worse because now you got another person involved. And that's not going to fix what you got going on at home. So if you're involved with somebody, if you're married, if you're living with somebody, if they think that they're married and you're not, I am not that person for you. I'm not that person for you. So what they will do, they will claim that they're single. And they will project that they are single. And they'll paint this picture that they're single. And then when I start to find out that you're not single, we're going to have some words. We're going to dance. Because what you're not going to do is bring me into your madness.
But my
Don't bring me
would
into
be-
your madness.
Yeah, but my question would still be, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm literally trying to figure this out because I'm just asking. I'm just trying to figure it out. So I understand that, and I agree with 100% of that. And the question is, what I'm saying is that what is the discernment of this is something that's not right? Where does that go with what you said? Because sometimes you say people, I mean, it's a thriller chase. You're a pretty girl, so men are going to go and that's going to still shoot their shot. They love the thriller chase, blah blah blah. So that other stuff really didn't do anything. Did you ever? I mean, I'm just saying. So, but even aside from what they quote unquote tell you, the actions should show. Plus, you don't have to give them the whole setup because when people say, "Well, what do you want?" I don't say I want flowers. I want this. I want you. I just say I just want a man who's honest, who's who's chivalrous, who's spiritual, with integrity and all this kind of stuff. So these are not things; these are characteristics. And so that doesn't tell you, well, I want flowers every day. I want to hear from
Right.
It's just the characteristics of a man.
But you will
when they're not there. But when they're not there, but my point is, what I'm saying, when I put that there, I'm looking for those characteristics myself in whatever he has to say. So now, when things don't line up, I'm not saying my discernment has kicked in. Is what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. This is discernment, not what they want to give you, but what we know better than.
No. But you will have a lot of people in this dating, in this new society of internet and the internet dating and society as it is now with this internet. People will put on a face and become a chameleon. They will transform themselves into what draws attention to them. Because if they're their most authentic selves, people will probably pass them by. So they sit in the cigar bars, they sit at the golf courses, they sit and they listen to women and what women want. So they're like, oh, really? That's what women want? Let me take down that note. Oh, really? That's how your man treated you? They start taking notes. So when they come out into this world and they call themselves dating, they're referring back to those notes. Well, I can't say that because she might be thinking this. I can't do that because then she might do that. Watch a man who always sitting around a bunch of women. He's taking notes for a reason. He's not taking notes to be a better person. He's taking notes to manipulate women.
Chocolate, Marlon, I love you, and any other man that's on this panel, so this ain't gonna be that thing. But men is
sorry, guys. I usually don't do that. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Men usually not that. They don't do all that. I mean, most men aren't even that bright.
The man that led me to feel like I would need to be by myself and reinvent myself. That's exactly what he did. That is exactly what he did. So I can only speak to what led me, because you asked me why. What led me to say that I'm going to isolate, and that's what he did. He took notes, and he took notes on how to move around a person like me. So when he came and approached me, he did and said all the things. I didn't have to say it, but he had female friends that were just like me and like-minded. So he took notes. and he became a leech and a parasite. But he still got somebody at home that's still sitting there talking about, well, you lured him away. No, baby, he was never really yours.
Why was so let me ask you this right here. Were y'all ever intimate?
We were starting to be.
Okay. And how long had y'all been kicking it?
2.5 years.
Okay.
Off and on. But then we separated states. We moved out of state. I moved out of the state. So there was about 1.5 years before I saw him again. But before I saw him again, I said, hey, are you involved with anybody? I hear what you're saying in my ear, but are you involved? Oh, no. I'm not involved with anybody. I'm single. I'm free and single. I'm not married to anybody but my business. Okay. I said, are you sure? Oh, no. It's all about me and you, and I would like to start something, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Yada, yada, yada. Yada.
And no discernment didn't kick off that he was lying. That intuition didn't even oh well, none of that.
I wasn't that close to him. I
kick off.
wasn't tied into him like that. I wasn't that close to him. If I had been, maybe if I was closer to him, maybe I could have. But because of the distance, I couldn't see it. But it found me. It found me during my time of fast. It found me during my 45 days of fast beginning this year because God brought it to me.
Yep.
God brought it to
That's
me.
right. That
God
was my
said something ain't right here.
That was my point.
That's
what I was trying to get to the whole time.
And it all unfolded during my fasting season. It all unfolded.
It always will. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it always does. That's why I was about to say, no, it don't matter. Yeah, he gonna do
when
it.
you get quiet and you listen to God and stop listening to everything, He'll show you. He'll show you.
Right.
Lord knows He'll show you.
So that's right. So that's what I was saying to you right then. So now that you said when you get quiet, you start listening to God, then He will show you. But He would have showed you long before. Because what you did before, it doesn't matter what a person say. We're never gonna be smarter than God. He always gonna bring it to it. So that's why I'm gonna say whatever it is look at yourself to. Somebody calling me trying to tell me some Marriott stuff at 8 something at night. That's against the law, but that's what they called me for. But anyway, but I'm saying youth will be like you'll know it's not about they can't get close to it because He gonna speak to them like that. Don't let. So I'm saying whatever it is, this is Carmen. I wouldn't let nobody go through and cause me not to go through and be because being in a relationship can be a wonderful thing, but. Like I said, look at yourself, whatever that is, and be honest with yourself as to how that was. Because when you go on that 45-day fast, everything came out. But before then, what were you doing? And that's whatever that is. I'm just saying, you ain't got to answer it, but I'm just saying that's a chocolate question. But
this is my time for me. This is my time to run for whatever years I have left that God's going to bless me with. These are my years now, and I'm going to run with it.
Yeah, girl.
So I missed a lot of comments, and I don't know where
so
those
sorry.
particular comments were.
I know somebody asked about polygamy. I saw that.
Yeah, I seen that.
Way back. I think it was. It's free on.
That was free. Had asked about the polygamy.
Yeah, okay. I thought it was her.
I think we done got so far that we don't even know what we was talking about at that point. Big Guy had dropped some stuff in there as well.
I'm sure he was talking trash to me because I had said something mean to him.
Stop it. Stop.
But that's my dude. That's my homie. Okay, that's my homie.
Let's see. Mr. Anaja said, been married to the greatest woman in the world, 23 years and counting.
Ooh, that's a blessing.
He was saying something, for something that was said. He said, two things can be true at the same time. Because I watch women because of my mom. It wasn't to manipulate people. It was just because. Then Nicola asked about what was your intuition. So I think she was talking with Chocolate on that.
Right.
Yeah, won't he do it? That house phone. Oh, that was Godmother house phone free.
He's a house phone.
But all of this part, leads into, Peachy just came on up. Peachy, welcome in, sis. Hope you're having a great day. Anything you want to drop in, want to add on this topic? Mika, welcome up as well. Anything anybody want to drop in on this before I move to number 6? Give the floor is y'all for the moment.
Dang, it's 9:35.
I know, that's what I'm trying to get done.
We behind schedule.
We are.
Hi, Peachy.
Hey y'all. I don't really have anything to add. I think y'all are really handling it. y'all handling it. Hey godmother.
Hey, what's going on, PG?
Listen, I miss you. 33 be out of order. I be calling you.
Everything else be out of order. Y'all leave out of order. He right down there. He right down there.
Oh goodness. Let's not call him up. Stay down. Stay down. Oh, thank you, Frida B. I just got off my other Zoom, so
Yeah.
so yeah, but thank y'all. Yeah, I'll go with the next point, bro.
Okay. You must have got a Bluetooth.
Oh, I got a microphone. Yeah, am I loud?
It's
I'll turn it off.
That's it. It's a lot of reverb.
I turned it off.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Good Lord. That's better.
Good Lord.
I got this on TikTok too, the little microphone.
No.
It works
Yeah.
on my iPhone, but on this Android, it gives me challenges.
Oh. Number 6.
Number 6.
Accountability check. So, the accountability check is, am I still doing what made my partner fall in love with me? This is the part where we asking ourselves that question. Am I doing everything? This is the accountability. This is that, the big A. Accountability. Am I doing this? Have I become harder to love than I was in the beginning? This is a self-reflection piece at this point, because now you got to ask yourself questions that we don't normally ask ourselves. We don't do a self-checkup of ourselves. There's 2 things I believe that we should always do. Have a self-checkup with yourself, and if you're in a relationship, have a checkup in with that person. And if you're about to enter into a relationship, put that at the forefront of something that you need to do. Because as we grow, as I said on number 5, as we grow, there are times when we are harder to love than we were in the beginning, because we get set in our ways. We get stubborn. We feel like we know pretty much everything. My man said he's still dating his wife like we just still dating my wife just like we started dating. Absolutely. Same here.
That's awesome.
It's a beautiful thing. I ain't got it, so.
Man.
I'm gonna get it.
I don't want it.
That's a one
Would
thing.
you stop trying to check me about my want?
But one thing, just remember. And nobody can tell you what you want, but just remember, this is the thing I tell people all the time: whatever you speak is what you're gonna get. So if you
That's
don't
what I
want
want
it, you won't
I
get
want
it.
peace.
That's what I'm saying.
I want peace, and I don't want confusion. But anybody who, okay, let me just say this: anybody who does have it, you have a blessing, you have a jewel. Protect it, work on it, do the work, maintain it. That's what I would say. Because if you lose it, trying to find it again or trying to find it at all, it's a struggle. It's a struggle.
Yeah.
Whatever y'all got going on in your lives, everything is not going to be perfect all the time. But at least if you're willing to do the work and you're committed to it, I say rock it out. And bless you all for doing it.
Let's see.
I'm gonna get
Killmonger
mine.
said his wife is right there. Hey, Peachy.
Awesome.
Oh no, that was you told Big Guy you miss him. Miss you, Big Guy. Aw. Nicole said that goes both ways. Interesting. Okay. Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
But
No, go ahead.
I was just saying. I just spoke the thing, and I all those things are good, or that Chocolate was saying. I just think, like I said, the thing about it is just realizing that. Now, again, I'm not telling her how to feel, because we all pick and choose what we want, I feel like of having all those things. And this would be number 3 for me, this next one. And and have that with that peace with that person. You know what I'm saying? Period.
Mm-hmm.
So because I can take accountability for Carmen and say I know that I wasn't ever hard to love, but I don't feel like I was in it it was so easy for me to walk away. I could say that. I had a walking spare. I would walk real quick. So but to people say, I remember, oh, you want to fight for it? I'm like, no, I'm not doing all that. Either it works or it don't. And that was my thing. And I still kind of feel that way, but I feel like I'm gonna be. Again, the career is cool now, right? So I'm just saying that nobody has to take a back seat because of that. Should I say that? So,
I'm with you. I'm with you.
I got me a little $45. Now I'm all right. I ain't stressed. So,
I can't deal. I can't stand you. A little $45. Got a couple nickels rubbing
I
together.
got a couple of dollars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a little easier.
Nicole said that's what makes a healthy relationship when it's about both and not just about her. Mr. Anashi says, I can go out and deal with anything in this world because when I get home and I see her, oh, that part. I'm trying to tell you, boy, because I have days, man. I tell you, I have those days when I come in, I just be like, you know what? But I can look at my wife and
That's what's up.
it just all goes away. So,
That's
number 7. You train them how to love you. What you accept early becomes the standard later. Okay? If you tolerated inconsistency, disrespect, and the bare minimum,
that's right.
that's your normal. That's your normal. So don't what you allowed in to happen in the beginning of the relationship, and this is something I always tell everybody, like what you allow. You can't sit here and have this expectation that somebody's going to do something different when you didn't say nothing about it in the beginning. Like, that just blows my mind. Like, did you think they were going to change? If this person was cheating on you in the beginning, guess what they're going to continuously do throughout the whole relationship? They're going to cheat on you. It's going to happen. Big guy, what's up, man? Did you eat already, bro? What we had?
No.
Shut it!
I'm actually still eating. My food just got to me. So.
In a good way?
Yeah.
Okay. It could have went the other direction.
How's
Well,
everybody?
it ain't too loud, so you know when you're in that club Applebee's tonight.
No, I'm not.
Jazz, what's up? Yeah. It's like you don't just get love. You know what I'm saying? You teach people how to treat you. Someone said earlier about teaching somebody. You got to teach people how to love you, because nobody is going to be loved the same exact way. You got to love people differently. And sometimes if you want a person to love you a certain way, tell them. Stop running away from trying to have a conversation about what you want, what's important to you. Nobody's a mind reader. You know what I'm saying? You can't read nobody. Nobody can't read your mind. You got to tell people. So what you put in the beginning is what you're going to get throughout. Like Peachy like them flowers. You better bring her them flowers. Okay? So
Mara, it's so funny because I share my life with y'all. I don't care. You can't do nothing with it. I gotta live it. So
Facts.
my son's father, I was the first. Right. My baby daddy. He hate when I say that.
do.
But so we had our son, and high school, we met in high school or whatever, right? Had our son, we was grown in our 20s, and didn't work out. Couldn't deal with him, immature. Anyways, he matured, grew up, got another chick pregnant, married her. Long story short, I was like, God, why you trying to use me to tell him not to marry this woman? Child, oh my gosh. I literally went and was obedient to God.
Mm.
Told him, I don't think you need to marry her. This is not me. We can pray together before I speak. Everything. Went through the whole thing. Drove off, got a flat tire. I left choir rehearsal to do that and went right back to the church. The deacon got me a new tire, everything. Long story long. Anyways, married her. Horrible. At the end, got divorced and stuff. Has a hard time even being around her. Has anxiety. And so he told me, because we can talk, he said he blamed me the whole time because I told him not to marry her. So because the marriage was so bad, we didn't know it. We thought it was good, looking good on the outside. And so years and years and years, they got a 15-year-old. Our child's 22. Sir has a 2-year-old now with some chick. Okay. Calls me and he always says, you still love me. And you still want to be with me. I'm the most handsome man. I'm like, bruh, I had you. I was first, remember? But the thing is that I said, you know what? We had a conversation today, years later. Put ages of kids in there so y'all can see how long this has been, right? He said, yeah, I do love you. And I still care about you. And I said, I appreciate that. Period. When you have a good person and you do all of this in life and that person is still kind of there, yeah, because we have a child together or whatever, but and then you come back and say that, it doesn't hit the same. It's not falling on the same kind of soil that it would have back then. And so respectfully, love you still. But I think somebody was having a conversation about that with the guy from Maryland or something yesterday about the access and stuff. It is not the same. There's still love there, care about you because you're a person, human. I love people. Good evening, Danielle. But it just don't hit the same. It's no circling back after all of that.
No spinning the block. Got it.
Just like old dude said last night from Boston. Yeah, I know she was a good girl. I would love to know, why do men say, oh yeah, I had a good girl. Why did you do your good girl bad? And now that you don't went all the way around the world, you want to come back to the good girl. That good girl is still good, but your words and affection and you trying again and dating from beginning to end, but I ain't go beg, all that don't hit the same, bro. You gonna have to beg and do some stuff because you had a good girl.
Yeah.
I don't understand, but it's not for me to understand the why. I just say, you know what, this is my boundaries, how I live, how I move, and move forward.
Yeah, definitely comes with growth, like Nicole said.
Yeah, respect.
Mika, what you got? We hadn't heard Mika's voice tonight. Let me give her an opportunity.
I'm just listening. Sorry, I logged on, but I'm actually putting notes in for my clients. But there's some pretty interesting topics. And I was listening to what she said about the guy last night. Like, why would you do that? If you really love that girl, if you had a good girl, why would you treat her wrong? I came in kind of late, so I didn't really hear like what the other story was about. But I know you guys were talking about in relationships, like what you get in a relationship is, what in the beginning, you got to kind of set those ground rules, and somebody added boundaries, and that is right. You got to set those boundaries and you got to set those ground rules in the beginning of relationships and understand. I think what a lot of people do is they think that they can change somebody when they go into a relationship. You can't change a person. However that person is, that's how they are. You either accept how they are or you don't accept it and don't enter into that relationship. I think that's what the biggest problem is with relationships, is that we think that we are a change. And like some people would say, Captain Save a Hoe, but you just really can't save anybody. You just got to set those ground rules. And if you don't accept it, just don't enter it. I'm very particular when it comes to relationships. I think you guys were saying something earlier. Sorry, I was trying in and out, trying to pay attention, but no, I remember being younger. It was like earlier you guys were talking about when you're dating someone. Let me see if I can get my thoughts together. Sorry, I'm trying to be in two places at once. When I was younger, like guys, how they try to like figure out like, I used to have guys always ask me, what are you looking for in a man? And I would never tell them. I would say, don't worry about it because I'm paying attention. If I see something I like, you'll know, because people will try to mold themselves to be like that person that you're looking for. But if you're a very skilled person, I'm not going to say I'm skilled, but I'm very skilled because I grew up with dogs. So I know how it goes. My dad was a dog, my uncle was my cousin. So I know what to look for, but not everybody knows that. So I don't let people tell me or ask me what I'm looking for, because I know what I'm looking for. But if you the right person, then you'll be what I'm looking for. And I just never tell people like what I'm looking for, because there are guys that prey on women and they try to be that. But some people ain't good in their poker game. So it's like, you could put the face on, but there's going to be a day that you're going to forget to put that face on and note that I'm still paying attention. So, but I wanted to say that, when you guys were saying that earlier, but like I said, I just kind of came in on the last bit of like what you guys are talking about.
Well, you just came in and just dropped it. So, man, I'm sitting here like, I'm hearing what you're saying, Mika, and I'm just sitting here like, it made me go back, and it took me back to me thinking about my wife, and I'm like, even though I've known her, I still didn't know her, and everything you just said, like yeah, that's real. I appreciate that. Let me see. I got some comments down here. Nicole says, I feel like a man will change with the right woman. Yes, a man will make some adjustments. He will make some changes when it's the right woman. So I definitely agree with that, because I'm a product of that. I had to change some aspects about myself because it was a requirement for me to make a change. You know what I mean? To the girl 33, why you so quiet?
So does that mean that even though they're a good person and a good woman, because he didn't change for that woman, that makes her less than? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm conflicted on that one, because there are a lot of good women out here that were misled by a malcontent. And does that make her less than a good woman because he didn't change for her?
No, it just means that's not the one for him. Okay, it's like a shoe store, for example. Okay, and even think with men, just you might run across a good man. That don't mean that's your man. That just means he's a good man. You can go into the shoe store and they got tons of wedges, heels, flats, and the whole nine. If you pick the green shoe over the brown shoe, does that mean the brown shoe is no good? No, it just means that that's not what you're looking for. So that's why I say you can't internalize when you're not chosen. The right one, there's only one out there for you. Everything else is practice. When you find that one for you, then that's the one you're gonna pick. Don't mean nothing was wrong with them other shoes. It just means that wasn't what you wanted. That's all.
Because that statement it's like, because the statement itself is like, okay, so he would have been a different man, but you just weren't good enough to make him different. You weren't good enough to make him better. So why should she have to? Okay.
The statement wasn't that she wasn't good enough. The statement was that was not what he wanted. You know what I'm saying? I mean, have you ever run across a man and he liked you or whatever case? I mean, he was a nice guy, but you didn't want him for yourself? Didn't say anything about him. It just said you didn't want him. That's it. You didn't want him for your dude. Maybe you wanted him for your friend. You didn't want him for your man. Everybody has the choice to choose. Nobody said she wasn't good. He just said he would change for the right one. The right one meaning that's the one that he wants, or that's the one she wants. There's a difference.
Mm-hmm. Because there's a yin and a yang for everyone. Everyone has their polar opposite. And I get that. But there are a lot of good people out here, males and females, that for whatever great attribute of their personality, they draw someone who's lacking in theirs. So instead of them learning to be better, just even for themselves, not just because you're around another person, just to be better for yourself, you're saying if they're not in the right company with the right person that they won't change? Shouldn't you change for yourself and change for the better just for yourself, whether you're with somebody or not?
Yeah, you should change for. So it goes back to what I was saying earlier, right? You got to have accountability for yourself to recognize where you're at. You know what I'm saying? So when you know that how you are is it's causing you to not have, a successful relationship. It's causing you to do all this disconnection and stuff. That's a you thing. That's a you thing at that point, and you got to say, you know what? You got to be honest with yourself and say, you know what? I'm not a good person at this particular moment. I need to do better. You know what I mean? I need to make better decisions in life. That's something that you have to be
willing to do.
Hold yourself accountable for.
Right. So I think it's more if you hold yourself accountable for your own betterment and your own growth and your own development, as opposed to saying, well, I only became a better person because of somebody else. You did that for yourself because you saw that what you were doing before wasn't working. It wasn't getting you where you wanted to go. You know what I mean? It wasn't putting you in the path that you wanted to lead. So you got to leave some things behind. You got to drop some of those bricks and some of those rocks so that your load could be a little bit lighter so that you could actually see and follow and go on the journey you want to go on, as opposed to making another person say that, well, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be better. And it sounds good. It sounds good. But you didn't really do it for the other person. You did it because you saw that where you were going, it wasn't where you wanted to be. And it wasn't getting you where you wanted to be. Whether it's a job goal or a home or a family or a spouse, you had to let go of some of those bricks because they were weighing you down and holding you back from being the person that you had the propensity to be. You had the makings of being a diamond, but you were holding yourself back. You know what I'm saying? By carrying on some behaviors that was just holding you down, weighing you down mentally and physically and emotionally. But once you started lifting that and getting rid of that, your load became a lot lighter. So it put you in a different path.
But that's also a choice, though. There's also a choice because all those great things are for all of us, but we don't always choose to do those things. So whether it be your children, whether it be, that you saw something tragic happen to someone and gave you a different perspective, you change when you want to change. Or if it's an outfit or whatever the case may be, or wedding dress, and you say, hey, this is the wedding dress I want, and you need to lose a couple of pounds. You know what I'm saying? To make it right. Whatever it is, it's always up to you. And again, it's not necessarily like, well, I was heading on the bad path. Yeah, but some people, they're okay with that. That's the reason why God don't force us to do things. He gives us a choice too. And we choose to do whatever we want. And at the point that you choose, then you say, you know what? Now before I didn't care, but now I got this little person and they make it all, and now I found this amazing person. Oh, just when I thought love was dead and whatever it was, whatever the story is, it's still always up to you. And some things some things make you realize, like, dang, I was this and that, and now I realize it's whatever. It's okay. It's always that's why we have people there, and people sometimes will influence, and that's why they change. And you got some people that beautiful things are all around them, but they have made the choice they don't want to do it, and that's that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just always about the choice.
Yeah, no doubt, Peachy. This is good, bro. Yeah. I'm gonna drop one more, and then we'll see where this goes. See, I got a lot, but I don't wanna. Let's see. They fell for your energy, not just your looks. Your vibe, your spirit, your presence, that mattered. Now your energy might feel heavy, negative, or distant. So the key part of this is attraction will fade when your energy begins to shift. So it's like, what are you putting your energy in? Where's the energy going? What are you doing? You know what I mean? I think that's a very important part of it, because it's that thing, like what we put into something, again, where we starting off at it, what we doing, it all correlates into the entire relationship. You know, people don't. Sometimes a lot of people don't realize how important or understand the energy that you put into something can control and navigate how that whole relationship goes.
100.
You know, there's a part where you gotta, if there's a difference between being insecure and being curious. Okay. You can't stop being curious about the person that you're with. You always got to be curious. Why? Because people always change. People change in relationships, you know. Early on, you always, asking questions, trying to learn them all deeply. You know, now.
Thank you, Mika.
Yes, thank you, Mika. Thank you. Now that you done got them, you're assuming everything. You gotta keep learning people because people are constantly changing all the time. Their favorite color might be blue for half of their life, and then all of a sudden it might turn and be red
or orange.
You know,
that's real life.
That's real life. It's evolving. You got to understand that people will evolve. And that's probably one of the biggest things that a lot of us will forget, that people are, that even yourself, you're going to evolve. You're not the same. We're not the same that we were 20, 30 years ago.
Oh, no.
Like, ain't a person up here would have liked me 30 years ago. I was not that person. I was. Boy, you wouldn't have liked me. You wouldn't. I'll just leave it like that. But I had to grow. I had to fall. I had to hit my head. I had to go through some challenges to become this person. We all gonna have to go through some stuff to become who we are ultimately going to be. Does that mean that we can't change parts of ourselves when we found or get with the right person, somebody who makes you want to do something different that's going to be for the best of relationship? You know, remember the whole highlight of the whole topic tonight was the same way that you got them, which is the same way that you showed up is the same way that you're going to keep them or you're going to lose them. How are you going to show up? How are you going to be there? What are you going to do? Are you going to try to deal with this person that you know is a sneaky link?
So that's the thing. The way he tried to show up now, he tried to show up the same way he did when he was in high school, bro. We grown up. Like you said, people learn, they grow. I'm mature. Like that same little game with the kiki and stuff. Ain't nobody got time to laugh over here. I'm about my business. Get out my face. That's how it's grown.
Yeah.
You really need to try something else. And then when you try again, you're not dropping seed on the same ground. Like it ain't gonna grow. It's gonna just because you said, people change. And you can't come with the same old thing.
Absolutely. Let's see.
Yeah, what is important is that you are capable of changing. Not many are capable.
That's right. And you know what? I don't think that people are not capable. I think people just choose not to. I think people most times don't even want to change. They just like, oh well, you just need to adapt. And then when they don't get somebody to adapt, then they're just like, oh well, you didn't want to adapt to me, so let me move on to somebody who potentially will. You know, it's like Godmother says, you're dating potential. Everything.
Can't
Oh,
do it.
well, I'm sorry. You dating as practice.
Uh-huh.
You see, big guy say selfish needs. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's sometimes I sit here, man, and I look at stuff like I love to go like I'll go on YouTube a lot and I'll look at that pop the balloon and I'll be like, those really be like hearing the discussion and a lot of times how some of these women are, some of these men are, and they, you know, of course, this is just a small segment, but you get a little good piece about kind of the essence of who this person is because they tell you like, look, I got this going for myself, I'm this, and this is what I'm looking for. And it was crazy to hear when somebody tell you straight up what I'm looking for and what I would love to have to complement this. People pop the balloon. And I understand why they pop the balloon because a lot of times people say, look, I know I'm not that person to give you that. You know what I'm saying? People understand the position of where they're at in life and say, you know what, I know I can't give you this. So I'm going to go ahead and pop back. You know what I'm saying? But but sometimes I see people pop those balloons. And I'm like, what you pop for? Because they said something that you couldn't handle?
Is it usually after they like get done reading their resume? Like, so some people will start off with, "Oh, I'm a plumber," or "I'm an engineer," and then okay, but then when they say I'm looking for and start talking about character stuff, which is the stuff you're supposed to look for in a relationship and not a job resume and what you do, then pop goes the balloon. Because I was introduced to that in Nigeria. So 2024, I was over there for a couple of weeks. And the pop the balloon was over there. And I was like, oh, this is funny. I ain't never seen this in America before. And I come here and there it is. But what I saw over there was you had to like have money or have your own business. And after they said that, if they didn't like the kind of job or business you said you had, they popped it in. They didn't say, oh, nothing about, having a good heart. I have a lot of patience. Or, I like to work with somebody where they are. I don't body shame. It doesn't matter what your body looks like. As long as you have a good heart, we can work with that. You have a good head on your shoulders. They ain't saying nothing about the family and stuff, even though it was just funny. If you didn't say you was this, that, and the other, or some kind of like technology person, pop goes the balloon.
Yeah, and that's how it goes. It's crazy. Like Danielle said, ego and image, the representative shows up. Yeah. It's like you look at a lot of things in the dating and it's like you want this ready-made relationship, but you're not trying to put effort into the relationship. You just want it ready-made.
It's like you're not trying to put effort or energy into a person. What does that have to do with them? Those ain't got nothing to do with me.
Right.
They want a microwave relationship. They want add water and stir. And
that's my special.
I wanted to say something about change.
What's up, big guy?
No,
welcome up. I meant to say that to us.
I wanted to speak on change really quick because I agree with everybody. I just wanted to add my little spin on it. Whereas, if you say that you love someone or you want to be with somebody, it shouldn't have to be asked of you to change. You should just change. You know what I'm saying? Like be there for that person, see what that person is needing, wanting, and then you do it your way. But just realize what's needed. And when you don't, the same way that that person wants you to change, then they also have to see that when you are changing and not just be stuck in their way of wanting you to change the way that they want you to change. So it's a two-sided system. Like be able to see the change outside of the way that you want a person to change. Am I making sense?
Nah, I got you. That makes sense. You got to know how to read the room in a relationship.
Right, exactly. Because that person very well could be changing. but
Yep.
you're stuck in your way on, oh, I want them to change for this. You're not realizing that the change is happening because it's not happening your way. And that
Yeah.
goes both ways, for men and women, you know. But I think everybody was hitting that on the head everywhere. The change is inevitable. It's gonna happen, whether you ride the wave or you don't.
Yes.
On
Yes.
change will only happen, like God said, if you want to, if you're in love with that person, you change on your own because you're concerned about their feelings, how you affect them. But there have been some times where somebody might say, well, I've been like this all my life. You can't change. Once I hear that, it's a done deal. You ain't trying to change.
Oh yeah.
I've been like this all my life. Well, what are
that's
you saying?
That's the selfish side.
That
That's
is
the
the selfish side.
I'm talking
And that's
about.
the side that's going to put you in the back door, like Peachy T said. Bye, boy. How you said Peach? You said bye. I've been like this all my life. So you already telling me who you are. You a selfish person. You ain't going to change. You want what you want, and it's not going to happen like that. It's just not going to happen. That's that ego image. You ain't got nothing to give but talk. And that foolish boy that's in you.
Well, I think the change gotta, you know what I'm saying? It gotta resonate with me too. Okay, because I'm trying to grow and evolve as a person, and I don't want to just change for somebody. I want to change for myself. Okay, and if it's gonna make me better, if you're not gonna make me better, first of all, don't even look my direction. But yeah, it's got to be a thing about I'm changing for myself. Because if anything happens and let's say we not talking no more, I need to be feeling good about myself and my growth within the relationship, no matter how it ended. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a self-assess and I'm gonna be like, okay, this is what I did that took me from this level to that level. And then, these are things that I could work on, blase split, and then go from there. But hey, listen, growth, honey, it's about myself as well. So I'm not just changing for a person. That's crazy work. I can't do that. Just changing for somebody. I want people to feel comfortable around me, but I want to feel comfortable too. So that's my 2 cents.
Exactly.
But it's not just about men or women changing each other. Women can help one another, just like men can help one another. I learned from you guys a lot of things that have been said tonight where I learned where I can look at myself. Some things I didn't even think about. Well, you could just look at yourself and just, damn, I do that. Let me change this up. For myself, some things we don't even recognize about ourselves unless you hear it or somebody tell you. It's not to hurt you, it's to help you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to just change because I'm demanding. No,
I feel it.
some things somebody will tell you, and that could be a gift that somebody has, or somebody just to help you because they care, and have the heart and the courage to tell you without you being defensive about something, and say, look, I think she's right about that. Let me change that up. I'm talking about woman to woman.
I feel that, and I respect that too. I really do,
yeah.
But I always consider my source. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people be saying stuff for whatever, yeah, just to be. And I ain't changing anything without bending knee. I'm gonna be praying what I need to be changing. Okay, but not that people can't talk to me. I appreciate that, but I always consider the source and where it come from because people just ain't no good. You feel me? Not all the time.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's my 2 cents. But I'm glad you brought that out, Danielle, because I was looking at it from one side. But yes, most definitely men and women can talk to one another. I mean, each other's same sex. You could talk to one another and get that same schmex. I'm sorry, excuse me. You could get that same information from someone who is your sister or part of the sisterhood. You can get that information and it can help you. So I do appreciate you saying that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Busy said, we don't conform, do we?
Well, I would say this going back to, and I'm sorry, y'all, I was driving, so I don't know exactly which which panelist said this, but I think again, if it's when it boils down to a goal that you have or something that you want. Matter of fact, I'll come out of romantic relationships and just talk about friendship. And my personality has always been strong and probably a bully a little bit, right? More so. I mean, in my time, hey, watch it. Hold on. Anyway, so, yeah.
No, a bully for real?
I know, right?
Oh
I was
wow.
saying, I'm like, how, you know how? But no, all just aside. The funny thing about it though, when I was younger, I embraced it because I absolutely was a bully. Because you're gonna do what I say, do, and this is what I mean. Period. You know what I'm saying? That was my style because I'm smart, and if I tell you something, this is the right way to do it. That was my attitude. Okay. But I had the sweetest friend, my homegirl. We were like sisters, and how we even became the best of friends was we was fighting. You know what I'm saying? And her and some friends, some people in the circle told her to jump on me or whatever case may be, and I beat her and and I just beat her up. So later on that evening, her mother came to our house. You know what I'm saying? My mom, I grew up in the house where my parents told me if they beat you, we gonna beat you. So I didn't want no smoke, so I got involved. So, but her mom came and she said, well, Charity told me what happened. And she said, that's not how young ladies should act. So I brought her here to apologize. Now, at this time, my daddy was at home, but my mom and me and my mom, we both had face all balled up. But that was the thing. And so she apologized. And so then, and even though I was attacked, I did apologize. And she she said, promise me that you will never fight again. You'll always have each other back. And we promised, and to this day we are still like sisters. But also the thing about that is and later on, her soft, sometimes I would say naive way, because she saw the good in all the people, balanced me. You know what I'm saying? It balanced me out a lot. And so it made me not want to go. And she would like, no, sissy, let's listen, let's talk. I'm like, I ain't nothing to talk about. I already heard what I need to say. We ready to go. And so and then sometimes with her stuff, she would be like, oh no, that's not acceptable. And then she would be, so we balance each other. And so I think that in life in general, that's how relationships should do for us. They balance us. You know what I'm saying? So if you have to go through and change, I remember the love that my ex, well, he's my ex now, but still, I remember looking at him and just thinking, this love is so juvenile, not in the sense of in a bad way, but I'm just saying, how a child's love is so innocent. And you know what I'm saying? It softens you. You know what I'm saying? And excuse me. And that's how it was. I brought another side I didn't even really think that I had per se in a romantic relationship. So, so it made me watch how I said certain things, and then I became concerned about this and that, and then I was like, because it was just so innocent. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, why? I mean, even though he's 6'3", and I could, but why would I even want to do it? So I had to I had to check myself, and I did. So whether you are changing in the situation, I mean, genuinely changing, because I thought to myself, well, would it hurt me to not say it that way, or would it hurt me? I just a common moment, right? But I realized, yeah, okay, cool. And it was good. And I enjoyed my life even more. I'm just like, oh, this little soft Carmen, she pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I would laugh to it, but it was my thing, because my hardness came from my passion. It was never really to be mean. It was almost like a Harriet Tubman type thing. You're going to come on out here on your own. I'm going to pull out this, this pew and get you. By any means necessary was what it was. But it's okay to still also have that softness, or the person that balances you, or actually that person, because of her softness, it actually made me look in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? So,
exactly.
Yeah. And I think that's a cool thing one way or the other. So the thing of, certain things, no, I'm not going to change. That's true, because I'm not going to deal with a man who's broke. And I don't mean he has to be a multi-millionaire. I'm talking about broken mindset. Exactly. I'm not going to do that. Yeah. Exactly. So, because there's a difference between a man making $50,000 and a $50,000 man. Okay. And so it's all about where you see yourself. If there's the support is there and the trust is there, and he understands his position as a man, if he can take care of everything, guess what? It's all good. Because no matter how much godmother my street, when I get home, I'm still Carmen Washington, or Carmen, whoever I would be, and then
You're breaking up.
You're breaking up.
You're breaking up.
what's wrong with that? Oh, I'm sorry. I think my wife. I'm home, but I'm outside in the garage, so that's why it's probably doing that.
Oh, I got you.
Did y'all hear everything, or y'all missed the last one? It's still messed up. Is it still messed up?
Yes.
No, it's clear now.
Oh, it's clear now. Yeah. So I was just saying,
Yeah,
just
no.
it's okay to be again messed up.
No, you're good. You're good.
I was saying it's good. It's still good to. I mean, it's okay to be, a servant to each other and be submissive one to the other. And on top of that, when you find that yin to your yang, you want to be everything. Especially a Proverbs 31 woman, you want to be everything, and that's not bad. That's not a weakness.
No, it's not.
That's actually a superpower.
It's good.
Yeah, it's actually a superpower. Just like when a man, as a king, when he finds that one, he wants to be every single thing, every need she got. Even if she needs to laugh, if he gonna bring somebody to make her laugh, they don't laugh, he gonna throw them to the lions. He is intentional about her. He don't play about her. He got servants and maids and the whole nine. She is this queen. So it's a different, it's different. And I think it's a good thing. It does our heart good.
So basically, in a nutshell, we do have to have moments where we have to conform.
Right.
To go back to what Busy was saying, yeah, there are moments when we have to conform, and it's whether that person is the person that we conform to. Like, are they adding value to our life that will allow me to be in a safe space to want to conform and say, hey, you know what, I'm gonna conform to you because you are better at something that I'm not that good at. And I recognize that. So you know what? I want to make a change and stop trying to hold the reins on every single thing, because I recognize that you are good at this. You're better than me in this. You know what I'm saying? So,
and that's true leadership. That's true leadership, especially when a
absolutely.
man says that. That's true leadership. That's true. Whether it's business or personal, when you're able to say, hey, this is my strength and this is my weakness, and you're good here, so I'm gonna let you do that, because you're only as strong as your weakest link. So you always want to put the strongest people in place, so that whatever that looks like. So
That's right.
again, you have your identity, but again, if I set out to be the best Carmen that I can be, and everybody gets to enjoy that, so I'm a better person, and a better mom, and a better wife, and a better business partner, and a better friend, and a better sister, and a better whatever, because it's a choice that I make to be better. And then God puts things in the way puts people in your life to help you on the way of your journey, and it's good.
Glad you said that, right? I had a conversation tonight with someone just before I got on here, and I was talking about my job, right? So at my job, I've been on my job, for 15 years now. And I'm on my second master's degree, getting ready to graduate and everything. And HR called me, because that's what I'm focusing on, in HR. And they called me, they know what I'm doing, all that. And they offered me a position, higher level position, whatever. And I'm telling this person about it, and all I got was negative stuff from them. I'm talking about a partner that I'm talking to, and they gave me negative stuff. Why do you still want to be there? And I'm listening. I'm like, damn, you're not even happy. Because you're staying home and you don't do too much. Like, I'm involved at my age, 61. I'm doing bigger things that most people don't do. And you're sitting there like, why don't you do this? And I'm listening, and I'm like, damn, you're not even happy. Like, where's the help, or where's the celebration that coming from you to help me to want to go there? And I said to them, I said, you know what? Sometimes I think that you're not even happy, or what's the other word I'm trying to say? Either happy, or you don't even see what I'm doing, or you're not trying to celebrate with me. You're just trying to bring me down. I had to look at that.
Yeah.
You will find some people that's in your life who claim to love you, will bring you down, or try to bring you down where they're at, just so that they don't feel lower than you. Because I already know that I'm up. But like someone said here before, it doesn't matter what you had, as long as you treat me like a woman. But when you don't try to celebrate with me, be with me in my corner. Because when I go higher than I expect it to be, because God said so, and you're not there to celebrate, I can't bring you with me. I can't do that, because I'm not going to feel good about it. I'm not going to feel good with you standing next to me. I'm not going to feel good with you standing next, because I know that you're already a hater. And I mean, everything was negative, and I'm listening. I'm like, damn, why did I even have to mention this to you? You were the wrong person for me to mention this. And I thought about it before I even thought to say something to them. But I gave them the benefit of the doubt. I gave them the power. Maybe they'll change. How about that? We talk about change, right? We talk about change, but you didn't do it. So that shows me where you at. Like, you're never going to change. Because I keep doing the things that I'm doing. You try to tell me how to write my book. You try to tell me how to do my play, which you don't really care, but you want some part of it, trying to tell me what to do and how to do it, and don't know what my dreams are. Do you understand what I'm saying?
So then why you keep this person? Yeah, but why you keep him around? It's time to cut the ties.
That's what I was about to say.
No. You're right. Oh, yeah. You're absolutely right.
Oh, yeah.
But
here's the thing. I will say this now. Let me just say this to you as well, to us all. Let me say this: when we go ahead, like, you got a rocket, right, and a rocket's on the ground, and then they have the boosters, and it takes off, and it's off the ground and shoots up, through part of the atmosphere, whatever the case may be. After a while, those little boosters, they fall off, but the rocket keeps going. So what you got to understand, sometimes a person has gone as far as they can go for you, because again, they were only there to do a certain thing. And when that's done, it's over. Don't be mad. Don't call them haters. They were never there. I always take everything back to scripturally, but the Bible says that we're all different parts, but together we make up one body. So maybe you're a brain cell, and maybe somebody else is a toenail. And maybe somebody's a knuckle, and maybe somebody's a hip or a knee. But the bottom line is, together that works. And so you may have a toenail in a place in your brain. Y'all think differently, and it's okay. So one of two things: either you have to realize that, saying this is above where that person is, and this could be for anybody in any type of relationship whatsoever, family or whatever. But I know who I am. So we look for validation, and you can't get validation, especially if God sent you a place. That's not for everybody to validate. That's what he told you. So that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Bible said that a man's gift will make room for him and bring him forth before great men. But if the person is if they've gone their mile, cut them off. Stop talking about haters, because here's the thing. Haters are supposed to be there. Do you understand that? I don't think people get that. Right. You're supposed to have haters. That's how you know if you popping. Because if you ain't got no haters, you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing. Right. So that's what they are. You got eagles and you got buzzards. They're both birds, but the eagle eats what it wants to, and the buzzard eats what was roadkill and whatever they can find. And they're always low, and eagles are high. And their stomach has the enzymes to break down the maggots and the roadkill and all that. Everybody's not the same. Recognize where that is, and then you judge accordingly. But don't talk about it. If that's where they're at, cut them and keep moving, so you can continue to move on, your way.
Thank you so much. And as somebody said, Mark, that you said to Mika, you said, Mika said, yes, that makes them feel in control. And you're absolutely right. That control stuff, you can't do that with me. That doesn't work with me. I mean, that really doesn't. It really doesn't work with me, being in control with it. And it's not that I want to be controlled, it's that I know I got a pathway in my life. Something I've been sitting on for so long, where I see where the journey is at the end of the road. See that light, I see it. And when you feel something in your gut and you see it, it's there for you. Just go ahead and do it. And that's where I'm at right now.
Just go do it.
That's it. That's exactly where I'm at right now. Just go do it. Because there's been many times where I have listened or felt I can't do because somebody said something, like, I listened to them or whatever. And then, you know what I'm saying? I listened to them, and then the low self-esteem started knocking, I can't do this, and all that started bothering in my head, and then I'd be lost again. I'm not doing that no more.
Now, let me add something else.
And then on top of that, let me just say this. How about this? When you've been feeling this for a long time, something in your heart that you want to do, and it won't leave you. You talk about something that you love. They say do something that you love to do. I dance. At 61 years old, I still praise dance in my church. You cannot tell me I cannot dance. And I still do things that I always wanted to do. But because of people that I had, because some I had, said I can't do, I can do. You understand? So that was the part of the change right there. I had to get rid of those. And you're right. I gotta get rid of this MS, this whole whatever you want to call it. You gotta get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's holding me down. But that conversation I had, I was so angry, like I try to do the right thing or say the right thing or whatever. I try to share the joy with somebody who really is not in my corner. So why did I do that? I blame myself for that. Like I said, I got to blame myself. So what I do? I said, let me get on TikTok and be a TikTok angel that crazy like I normally do. But then Marlon's panel was, I said, well, I can't do that now because Marlon's up there, you know. So I had to change. You talk about the change, right, Marlon?
Yeah.
I had the same person. I'm not the same person on other panels.
Another
Like I am
thing
here.
I wanted.
Go ahead, sis.
Well, I wanted to say something to. Was it Danielle? Is that your name? Okay, Danielle, is that what it is, Danny? Okay,
Yes,
well,
yes,
first
ma'am.
of all, congratulations. Those things are big.
Thank you.
And I will say one thing too. Well, I will add one more thing to it. And this is something that I think I've seen a lot of women do too. And and maybe even myself, as a matter of fact, too. Sometimes when we on our way, because now we finally got it, right? You've been fighting so long to get to where you are. You start fighting everybody. You know what I'm saying? And everybody, sometimes it's not that it's a hate or it's a mad, whatever like that, but this is an internal thing. And so just be aware of that. I'm not saying that's your situation. I'm just saying this, but be aware of that. So when you get to that point, you can enjoy where you are because you don't fought. So not everybody getting it. You know what I'm saying? You know, even the good people, the bad people, every time they say something, they might be constructive. It might be real. But you so like, no, nobody want me. No. It's not that. Because what's for you, if you do it the way God said, it's gonna bring you forth before great men. Your time is gonna come. So kudos to you. And be graceful in it so you can enjoy the whole journey. Okay? Like I said, don't talk about the haters. Don't talk about who ain't happy for you. They're not supposed to be. But you happy for you. And let me tell you something. I call it your little ugly baby. Because you ever seen somebody that had an ugly baby and they had the baby dressed up all cute and the whole nine, and you say, hey, let me see the baby. And you said, whoa. And to yourself. But they were so proud, you know what I'm saying, of their little ugly baby, because no matter what it looks like to everybody else, you got the ugly baby. But when that baby continues, you say, whoa, that was a ugly little baby, but they sure grew up to be good looking. Because of the love and the nurturing. So everybody don't see what you see. You know what I'm saying? But that's still your little ugly baby, and you still got to go through and love it, and it will go through and continue on. So kudos to you.
Thank you.
Well, I love
we got all of our ugly babies.
All right. Even with little ugly babies and stuff. Good Lord, have mercy. We unpacked a lot, you know. Everybody has dropped a lot of points, a lot of good things, right? So now we're gonna come down to this end because it's, of course, getting late out there on the East Coast, and we're gonna but we're in the Central, but we're gonna shut it down. So I just dropped the topic again the last time, so we can do our little takeaways and
you want a song? Pushing. You want a song?
No song. We're just gonna do a takeaway. Give me a takeaway. That's it. Takeaway on the topic tonight. No song and dance. So who want to go first? Who has a takeaway? I'll give away my takeaway. My takeaway message is this. If you want to keep them, don't just remember what you did. Respect what it took. That's my takeaway. If you want to keep them, don't just remember what you did. Respect what it took to get to that particular point. Who's next? Well, we're just going to go drop it. Everybody ready to go?
I'll go next.
Ready?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay.
Oh, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me now? Okay.
Yes.
Can you hear me now? Okay. Um. Well. My takeaway was a little bit different, but I my takeaway amount of I was but my thing is like to show that you stay true to yourself, but in understanding and being true to yourself does not mean that change can't happen, and it's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? If you change it for the right reason. And there's still a lot of hurting people out here. A lot of hurting people out here, and hurt people hurt people. So make up in your mind if you've been hurt, not to hurt anybody else, and make the changes that's necessary.
There we go. I'm gonna drop you down, Godmother.
Okay.
As always, appreciate you.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Good night.
You're welcome.
I'm just gonna
Everybody
say
else got
amen
a
to Godmother.
who's next? Who got the next takeaway?
I came in kind of late, but I'm just gonna roll with Godmother. I'm gonna say amen to that.
Hey, there we go. Sometimes that's all it takes. Mika, as always, I appreciate you. I'm gonna drop you down.
Amika.
All right.
All right, I'll go next. My takeaway is to treat yourself as a regular maintenance, not just for fixing a problem, but maintain a connection to yourself.
There we go.
Good night,
All right,
everybody.
Danielle.
All right, good night.
Good night.
I'm gonna go next, bro. I'm getting
Go ahead,
sleepy.
Peachy.
Just amen to what they said before, and just be open, because some people change, some people don't, but some people have blinders, and make sure you pay attention to stuff that they can't see. I think somebody said that, the representative may show up and leave when you ask them what you want in a person, but remember that you're the person that's still looking at them, even when their representative isn't there. So yeah, just be open, protect yourself, boundaries. Love y'all. Good night.
Love you too. Good night. Free. It's on you.
Yo. So
There it is.
I enjoyed the conversation. I was kind of in and out. But I would say be true to yourself. Heal yourself. Be good to yourself. So therefore you can be good to others. And not play these little games and get trapped up in this foolishness when stuff hits the fan, and and then just heal,
That's the
because
biggest thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
you want to be in a relationship, but you're not cut out to be in one. You got to go do the work.
Isn't that
Just do the
something?
work, and be good to yourself. I think the last thing I'll say is love God, love yourself, love others. That's it.
All right. I'm gonna drop you down, Free. Appreciate you as always. And it's one of those things, and I'm gonna leave on this last little note. A lot of people want relationship benefits without relationship behavior. I want y'all to chew on that for a second. A lot of people want relationship benefits without having a relationship behavior. It's a certain behavior that you got to have when coming into a relationship. When we look at what the topic was tonight, and I'm going to just drop it there for the last time for the night, is the same way you got them is the same way that you can lose them or keep them. That's a behavior, But look, everyone have a blessed night. If you're still here, I need y'all to get away, follow me, unfollow, come down back real quick for the next 2 minutes. Do that for me real quick. I think I need like 2 more. So, and then we're going to get up out of here. So, let's get that. Let's see. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. So, but yeah, you guys have a good night. We will catch y'all next week. Y'all be safe over the weekend. Be blessed. And love on somebody. Peace.